Now, Barack Obama, getting back to the identity politics of this thing here, Barack Obama put out this was, I don't know if this was intended to be put out, this video, but it was put out, and it is brutal. But this is the thing. Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, they have got to pander to the black community because they're black. That's what they're doing. This is another one of these things that the Democrats will come around every 4 years and they will tell the black voters, hey, you have to vote for us. We're for you, right? Barack Obama has noticed what everybody else has noticed is that black voters are now historically polling for President Donald Trump. They are dropping off, and we can't have this. So they send out their chief race hustler, their chief race baiter, Barack Obama, now to straighten out these black voters, particularly these black young men. Take a listen.
We have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothas. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences. He's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land.
Yeah, we got to get it together with the brothers, right? The brothers got to pull in for Kamala Harris. This is who Barack Obama is, and this is the tweet that he puts out here too, right? Kamala Harris has a plan that will lift up black men and their families. She's laid out some ways to give black men the tools to build wealth, achieve financial freedom, and lower costs. Read the plan. Well, here's the number one question you have to ask is, why didn't you do it? You had 8 years in the White House. Why didn't you do it, Barack Obama? You're telling us what Kamala Harris is? Here's Kamala Harris's plan. Trust me, bro. That's Kamala Harris's plan for the black community. If this was the case, why did Barack Obama not lift up black families? Why did he not? What happened? How in the world could you trust somebody like Barack Obama when he had 8 years in the White House and did nothing for the black community? This was a guy that gave the Father's Day speech and talked about the main issue, which is the number one issue in the black community, which is the fatherless crisis. They have no dads in the homes. It's an epidemic in the black community. Barack Obama knows this and was talking about it prior to him becoming president in 2008. And because he got such backlash from people like Reverend Jesse Jackson and other black leaders, they slammed him for that. And he never spoke about it ever again. Never did nothing to help the black community. Black communities did not get any better under Barack Obama. But yet he's telling you now, look, Kamala Harris has a plan that will lift up black men and their families. Well, why didn't you lift up black men and their families? She's laid out some ways to give black men the tools to build wealth and achieve financial freedom. Why did you not do it, Barack? The Democrats have been loyal, the black people have been loyal to Democrats for decades, and they've seen zero results. Zero. So why in the world would you trust them again? They don't. And this is why the numbers are falling off. Just from 2016, which is when it was up, it was 7% in 2016, black support for the Republicans, 9% in 2020, and right now, 15%. This is a difference of the Democrats having an 85-point advantage to now having a 63-point advantage. Okay, it has fallen off sharply. Now, what does this do? This creates a paradox for the white liberal. The white liberal can't compute what's happening here because Donald Trump is a racist. That is the game. That is what they believe in their heart. That's what they tell all the people why they hate Donald Trump so much. And also, the white liberal sees himself as the savior to the poor, struggling black man. The black man needs my help. I'm the white liberal. I'm the savior to the black community. That's how the white liberal sees himself. We saw that true to George George Floyd thing. We're kissing the shoes. We're taking the knee. We're solidarity. We're with you. We're going to help you up. This is the white liberal sees himself as the heroic savior of the black population, right? So they can't compute. Wait a second here. Why are so many black men in particular polling for Donald Trump? You see blacks for Trump. You see a lot of, this is almost becoming like a trend on TikTok, is black men making videos of why they are going to support President Donald Trump, why they are getting off of this Democrat plantation. It's starting to go like a viral trend that's catching on here. And so the white liberal is having a very, very difficult time with this, because how do they explain that away? They have to explain it away. So there has to be, now they can't talk down to the black MAGA supporter, because that's against their religion. You can't speak down to this guy. You have to do this in a different way. And they're very troubled on how to address this issue, because if this many black people support Donald Trump, it means that their main thesis about Trump being racist doesn't hold any water. So they have to try to find a way to explain this. And it's created a big problem for them. Now, of course, this is to be expected every 4 years from the Democrat Party. They've been doing this since the 60s, right? And it's always about the promise and never about the delivery. And that's what happens from the Democrat Party to the black America. And it's not just black America, Hispanic America too. Any minority community. The Democrats, we're the party for you. We're the ones that are going to help you out, despite the fact that there's a long list of evidence where you haven't done anything. But here comes Barack Obama. Kamala Harris has a plan. She's going to lift you guys up, teach you how to take your families out of the poverty and give them financial freedom. Something that he didn't do. And so again, are you going to fall for it? Are black Americans going to fall for this again? Or are they going to vote for somebody like Donald Trump, who actually helped out the black community, who put them in a position to win? And I think a lot of black people can look at the 4 years of what happened under Trump and the 8 years of what happened under Obama, and then 4 years under Biden. And they could just compare those 12 years and compare the 4 from Donald Trump and say, well, wait a second here. Let's take a look at some of these statistics. Let's take a look at some of what happened here. And we could see that so much more was done for our community in the 4 years, really the 3 years, because you have the pandemic year where Trump was handcuffed. Trump was firing on all cylinders for the black community, despite the fact that they kept telling everyone how racist he was. You heard last week I had Dr. Ben Carson on here. Dr. Ben Carson knows Donald Trump very well. Not a sniff of racism from Donald Trump, and everybody knows that. So their whole theory goes out the window.